Excellent.
Hello everyone, I'm Mouse Caliber, and this is Let's Play Robocop vs. Terminator, and that's the intro, which I'm not interested in. Fuck off. Fuck off! Demos. What's the point? Anyway, this is fairly obviously a crossover game, which is actually surprisingly good. And needlessly loud and violent. Let's take a look at the options. I think that's all fine. I mean, don't use the A button, that's handy. Yep, that all seems good. Let's play this shit. Now, there is a storyline, but I'm going to spare you it because it's boring and pointless. Something about crossovers. The main objective in the game, shoot everything that exists. Shoot everything and everyone and make them explode into these very colourful blood splatters. And my god, the music is loud. Really fucking loud. Also, there's occasionally dynamite. I'm going to sort this music thing. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit more manageable. Die! Everything dies. You have two main options in this game in terms of what to do. Jumping and shooting. There are multiple weapons to be collected, but for the moment, we just have the pistol. In fact, we have two of them. So, that's all good. It's all gravy. And that goo you keep finding in those jars is liquid robot food. I'm not even joking, that's what it is. Robot food. Anyway, things have to die as a result of our actions. And that's bullets. You can pretty much guarantee on everything to try and kill you. Like this guy, he's trying to kill me. And that guy up there, and that guy in the window. Well, they all don't like my face. And I was... obsessively want to kill all of them. Wow, I'm bad at this. I should say, this is an exceptionally hard game, at least in the later levels. This one, not so bad. You can generally just get away with storming through the level and shooting everyone, as I'm currently doing. I'm also dying. Now there's our first new weapon, the grenade launcher. And then I died and lost it, so you don't get to see what it does. There's another one, though. Oh, that other weapon was actually different. Well, this is the grenade launcher anyway. You fire it, and then you can move the grenades around with the D-pad. It's a very odd weapon, one way or another. One of the weaker ones, if you ask me. It does actually make this boss pretty easy, though. Yay. First level completed! And I only lost one life. Hooray. I'm hopefully quickly going to be updating my weapon to be something else that doesn't suck! As you can see in the top right-hand corner, you can carry two weapons at once, and you switch between them with the A button, which also allows you to do a little trick when you die. If you switch weapons just before you hit the ground, it'll delete that weapon. Oh yeah, you lose a weapon when you die. I forgot to mention that as well. Let's smash people's windows for hopes of the things that lie within. And by things, I mean guns. Oh, for goodness sake, this fucking grenade launcher. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I've got my own personal grenade cloud, which isn't doing much for me at the moment, I gotta admit. And one of the things I very much like about this game is the music, even if you ignore the annoying vocals. In fact, some of you may already have noticed that this track in particular appeared in my top 100. Speaking of which, that is still going, by the way. Smashing wind... Ah, there we go. Now, this is my favourite weapon for the early stages of the game. It's supposed to be a flamethrower. I just call it the spreader, because that's what it is. And you can literally get away with just holding the fire button down for most of the game. Especially now. But in this level, there are hostages to be rescued, so I suppose we better rescue them. Like that guy. Quite why they've got pillowcases on their heads, I'm not entirely sure. Now, for rescuing that particular hostage, we've got enough points to get an extra life. And you're going to need a lot of those. Trust me on that one. Always worth smashing every window, just in case of free stuff. Because there is much of it. And you need to fry. Another new weapon there. Take that instead of the grenade launcher. It's the rocket launcher. Exceptionally short range, as you can see. But a reasonable amount of power behind it, and fairly good firing rate. So, yay for rocket launcher. And yay for falling. Falling is underrated. And dying is underrated. Ha 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 ha. You will perish in explodey doom. That makes you temporarily invincible. Wait a minute. I've lost the flamethrower. Fuck nuggets. That was me thinking when you picked up a weapon, it replaced the one you were currently carrying, but it obviously does the opposite. That's a grenade launcher. We don't want that. I already got one. I don't need two of the same weapon. Yet. Yes, as you may have established, later on, there are some weapons I am going to be wanting two of. Because they're just that good. Hostagey goodness. Your pillowcased existence is now over. For I have rescued you. Well, that's a Molotov cocktail, yeah. Not all the windows contain power-ups. Some of them contain death. Much death. So there's not really much more to this game than this. But that's what makes it fun. Oh yeah, you do not want to contact the enemies bodily. Just trust me on that one. If you do, your health bar will drain like, well, a drain. I'm losing health up the wazoo here. It's crazy. Ah, will everyone in the universe please get out of my way? There's some health. We can do with that. And there's a guy. He needs to perish to rocket launchery death. As do you. And there's a classic cartoon bomb. But of course. Man, this gun is loud. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, or if it's just me. But yeah. In fact, a lot of the guns in this game are fucking loud. Ah! I got a bomb in the head. I'm not too happy about bomb in the head. Or bullet in the head. Or indeed anything in the head. It can never end well for our Robocop. There we go! Flamethrower returns for spreadery goodness. Now, it is possible to do a high jump if you hold up, but I just failed miserably at that, so let's just do this. Ah! Oh, God! There's so much death on the screen. And you think this is bad, but this really is nothing compared to later. I want to know what this is. It is a homing rocket launcher, which looks exactly like the grenade launcher with a little bit of extra spondulix. But there you go. It's actually a fairly handy weapon, because as the name implies, it homes in on targets. And while they're not on the screen, it just does this weird snaking effect, which is fine. Die! Oh, there's another one of this chap. Yeah, bosses generally tend to make reappearances in levels as enemies, which is just fine. And this guy likes bullets. Lots and lots of bullets. I'm gonna die. I don't really fancy dying today, so how about I don't do that? Switch to the flamethrower spreader for the while. And I died and lost it. Fantastic. I swear I'm not normally this bad at this game. Yeah, this game's all about explosions. Now we have the second boss of the game, our first Terminator. He's a Terminator, alright. And all he does is shoot 2 bullets in an easily dodgeable pattern. Hooray for simple bosses that explode. Oh wait, he changes his pattern when you uncover some of his robot bits. But he keeps getting up, as the Terminator inevitably will. And eventually, he gives up on the human disguise altogether! And fires 1,000,000 bullets, and then that. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray. Not doing very well, but there's an extra life, so that's good.